Hey y'all, what's going on? It's Worship Over Worry Wednesday, and it is your fave coming to you with a theater near you. Yeah, a little gem and a little message on today because you guys know that I am the jewel dropper. Okay. I actually been wanting to get this message off of my chest for since yesterday or whatever the case is, but I haven't gotten around to do it. And one thing about it, and two things for certain, when I need to get something out to the public and out to the world, or whatever the case may be, God gonna make sure that happens, okay? He is not gonna let it just come from my brain at all right? I used to have so many things to say in my past, and I used to be, just giving you messages every single day, right? The reason why that slowed down a lot is because of healing, right? Hear me out. It's because of healing, okay? Healing, when you begin to heal, you begin to become more peaceful. As you become more peaceful, the less things that you have to say, right? You begin to listen more and you begin to speak less, all right? There also, along with life being life and life just life and whatever the case may be, I don't have time to be on the internet all day long. So, however, as you become more peaceful, you also begin to become more enlightened on the things that matters and all of that kind of stuff. Anyway, I say that to say that when I come on here and I got something to say, I have something to say. You understand what I'm saying? It is coming from the gut. It is coming from God. It is coming from the root, okay? It is purposeful. So, listen up. Yesterday, right, I was just thinking about all the toxic traits that people have and things like that and red flags and all of that other kind of stuff, whatever the case is. I realized, guys, what my toxic trait is, okay? One of my toxic traits. I realized what one of my toxic traits are, okay? So now, I'm literally listening, I'm literally reading some of my paperwork or whatever the case may be. And as I'm reading and as I'm studying what I need to study or whatever the case may be, I'm beginning to understand what I'm reading, right? Whatever it was that I was reading, I'm not telling y'all, but what I was reading, I began to understand what I was reading, right? And I really acknowledge that I understood what I was reading because as I'm reading it, I start visualizing an example of how they're describing what I'm reading. Okay? Now, I say all the time that I'm a visionary and I'm a visual type of person or whatever it can be. I got to see it to fully understand it, or you got to give me an example, right? The thing is, where the toxic trait comes in that I realized yesterday in getting to know myself, right? And healing and peace and all of those things that I just mentioned, is that not only do you have to give me an example of what it is to describe and make me understand what you're trying to say, whether it be in a book, whether it be coming out of your mouth, but it has to be an example that relates to me. Okay? I have had to have gone through it before or experienced it in some type of way before in order for me to understand exactly what is being said to me, what is needed for me to understand out of that chapter, paragraph, scripture, summary, book, whatever it may be. Ciao. I'm not going to hold y'all. That's a little bit toxic. Just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little bit because it's giving self-centered. It's giving self-centered, you know what I'm saying? But I am a little self-centered, I'm not gonna lie, in a good way, in a very healthy, non-narcissistic way. I can be a little bit self-centered. But it's giving self-centered, it's giving okay, you have had to go through it in order to understand, and I'm damn, girl, that's really what it is. My point in saying all of this, though, is that as I'm learning me and as I'm learning me more and as I'm constantly reflecting and constantly getting to know myself better in different areas of my life as I elevate, right? I am choosing to accept and elevate. Okay? Accept and elevate. I am choosing acceptance. Okay? If you guys are not aware, the jewel dropper for today is acceptance. Okay? A lot of people go through life and run through life not accepting who, what, and where they are in the space that they're in, where they need to grow, where they need to reflect, where they need to look at, with where and what they need to do. Okay? They're not accepting of it. All right? And acceptance is merely just consenting to what is being received. It's just consenting to it. Okay? It's not the receiving part of it, because you already received it. However it came, whether you wanted to or not, whether it just popped up on your ass, knocked on your door, banged on your door, kicked your door down. Like, you already received what was given. The acceptance part is just agreeing to it. Okay? There are a lot of situations out here and a lot of people, places, and things that will not accept what is already theirs. It was given to you. Okay? The only how you can move forward from it is if you accept it, whether it be bad or good. Especially if it's good. Heavy on it if it's good. If y'all not accepting the good because it looks one way but it's really another, you're never going to elevate. The jewel dropper of the day on Worship Over Worry Wednesday is to accept. Consent to what is already yours. Consent to what you have to receive. Consent to what has already been given to you. Consent to it so we can move forward. Okay? Y'all are living a very stagnant, stabilized life. And that ain't what God wants for y'all. Just saying. If you don't believe in God, that ain't what life wants for you. Okay? Stop living this. Stop. Live. Don't just be alive. Okay? We need you guys. And that's just my jewel drop for the day. Worship Over Word Wednesday. But keep recognizing y'all red flags too. It helps others. It really does.